Meltdown. Hello, Malaysia. This is from Malaysia, the latest news of what is happening in Malaysia. Malaysia has just spent a weekend with heart in mouth thanks to a bunch of desperados who were not prepared to take no for an answer with the announcement on Friday by the ruling coalition that all parties were happy to accept Tun Mahathir as a leader till the end of the year and could leave at his choosing. There were big smile at the photo of confirming that designated successor, which is Anwar Ibrahim, was supporting his one-time mentor to remain in the job. However, one personality has stormed out of the proceeding, his face missing from the night up. You guess who is it? Yes, it was Azmin Ali, a man who has never got over the fact that winning the election meant that his board get out of jail to take back the leadership he had effectively enjoyed as the powerful Selangor Menteri Besar. Azmin has been jockeying to usurp the position as Prime Minister by hook or by crook since the day of his government, and the policy of patience by his party leadership has so far enabled him to continue to convince some he could do it. He had developed a network of powerful allies, money men who feel threatened by the removal of the key present contact in the government, but more to the point, those now in opposition party who are feeling the breath of law down their collar. If some of the characters facing string of charges of theft and abuse of power could cut the deal with Azmin, then jail could be avoided. Good enough for them. Alliance was forged early in June somewhere in 2018 between himself and his relative by marriage, none other than Najib Tun Razak's own cousin, Hishamuddin. The two families holiday expensively together in Morocco, and their families will quietly work on upturning the election ever since. After all, family was heading to jail and it need to be stopped. Meanwhile, Azmin was allowed to fantasize that big boys of UMNO would allow him to be PM in return. Azmin's virtual support comes between UMNO, therefore his ally PAS had just need to bring his diminished branch of PKL groupies along too and set about repairing the confidence of coalition of party, suspicion of each other at the best of the time. Energetic as his side was self-appointed execution of Anwar Ibrahim, which is Khairuddin Hassan, a politician without a day job, having failed to persuade the court that his election loss was rigged. Kamaruddin trick off known as loyalty to Mahathir convinced listener that all he has says comes from the horse mouth. Having shown support for Anwar before the election, Khairuddin flipped to become his would-be political X-Men over the scandal of ally Azmin sex video, so he claimed to Sarawak Report, for which he chose to blame Anwar. Now, this mission is to destroy Anwar, he told all his listeners, and he had been rallied from Azmin's side in the past week, giving an impression to some that he represents the true feeling of the Prime Minister himself. All these factions never miss an opportunity which whisper into the ears in the Mahathir camp that Anwar was plotting his coup to race as soon as possible into the office. They succeed in their creating considerable unease for a prime minister who hate a minority party in the coalition. So, by Saturday, the stage was set. Azmin could not allow peace to break out after his months of plotting, as there was no place for him within the peace. His absence from the photo lineup has been very remarked that Friday evening, but it was say it all. By Saturday, the coup was underway. The tactic to prise Dr. Mahathir and his small Bersatu party away from the ruling coalition he had been elected by a majority to lead and into a new coalition comprising the crooks and kleptocrats that they have been elected to bring to justice. Talk of the new alignment have been cooked up, one way or another, for several weeks, with statutory declaration, line up, and all the rest as exposed by news. Now for action, a pre-planned meeting by Anwar with Agong due to this Monday afternoon was too used by Azmin to set up concern in Bersatu. Their party meeting on Sunday morning was threatened as shocking information that Anwar was moving to mobilize his numbers among MPs and would be telling the Agong Monday that their boss was toast. Of course, many were willing to believe. Mahathir sat silent, troubled. His son, Musfir, reported argued conscience, but others were ripped into fury of betrayal. Meanwhile, Azmin set up his own camp minutes away from the Sheraton. He managed to get maybe some PKR MPs to show up, but busily briefed media behind doors that new announcements were pending. The new coalition will take over the government. Azmin himself, having been finally sacked by Anwar after a gross series of traitor deception, announced his own new party, managing to take 10 remaining sour grubbles from the PKR along with him. Malaysia will lead to understand that their Prime Minister was on his way to palace to issue his resignation and that the Deputy PM was now heading fractional interim government of varying elements. The media were briefless in reporting the death of coalition, chaos and collapse. As a shock to the nation, spent Monday in horrifying suspense, a group of charged politic crooks were starting at least to entertain the real hope, expectation that they had finally moral themselves over the danger of any punishment of their crime. As the day wore on, however, Voice of Reason DAP Lim Guan Eng finally broke into Jurassic silence maintained over weekend. Why would the Premier, who has spent the past 5 years in more seeking to repair the damage of this country, especially the 1MDB, suddenly to decide to jack his allies, cozy up his enemy and let them off the hook? More of the point that why he'll be so stupid as to put himself into the power by seeking to head up a new government where UMNO and PAS could sack him on the day one. It had never been sensed that indeed, when Mahathir did yesterday decide to act, it had been up to resign in fact of what he understood was betrayed by his partner, not to head up an UMNO and PAS pact. Malaysia now await the final key development of the day. Bersatu must reconsider its own position over the coalition it says it had left, and in a short while, Mahathir will himself see the Agong. Many fear it will be to hand in the resignation, but more hope that once again an old leader will do a final service and allow himself to be persuaded to bring back stability after an attempt opposition group that continue with Pakatan Harapan plan transition process. Thank you.